Hello and welcome to the TEFL Textbook Review, a resource for you to select the best textbook or supplementary materials for your English language learners. In this video, we'll take a look at Market Leader Intermediate. In order to get an overview, a quick look at some of the finer details, and a practical guide to how you can utilize this book in your classroom. So, Market Leader Intermediate 3rd edition was published in 2010 by Pearson. It's written by David Cotton, David Falvey, and Simon Kent. This intermediate book is part of a larger series that runs from elementary to advanced. The intermediate book is targeted at a B1 level, and worldwide tends to be the most common level you might see in a bookstore. This is generally because it's accessible to many business professionals looking to improve their English skills. So, this book is meant for a business English course and does a great job of covering all 4 skills. And as far as a 4 skills book, I would almost recommend this for adult general English courses because of the balance. And oftentimes I've noticed internationally, many adults are turned off by some of the common topics we see in 4 skills books. They tend to be more teenage or just not very engaging. But I love the topics in this book, and they're really engaging for business students and for just professionals. The book has 12 units as well as 4 revision sections and 4 special mini units called Working Across Cultures. And these special units are emphasizing intercultural business communication with case studies. I found the topics in this book to be really well selected as they cover a broad range of areas related to business, and they tend to appeal to the business school students and professionals. Even though the book is about 10 years old, there really aren't a lot of topical areas that I would consider to be outdated. Many of the topics still ring true, even though some of the details might be a bit different, but the overall gist is quite timeless. So let's take a look at an example unit. Organization, Unit 4. So each unit is divided into about 7 parts, and most of the parts occur at the same place in each unit. Units begin with a section called Starting Up, which helps to lead into the topic with discussion questions and sometimes a survey. There's also a vocabulary section next with a variety of activities that cover form, meaning, and use, which is really helpful. The next section is usually a receptive skill like reading or listening. In this case, in this unit, it's a reading activity. And so there's activities to prepare students to read, something to be done during reading, and then a post-reading activity, whether it be comprehension of the whole article, expanding upon a theme, or looking at some vocabulary in depth. Now, the articles in the reading section come from or are adjusted from articles from the Financial Times, so that really increases that authenticity for the book. The next part is a language review, and the book does a good job of matching this section with language that might be used within this topic. So in this case, it's about noun combinations and using those to describe the organization of a business. Then there's a listening section. Sometimes the listening section is swapped with the reading section. And these sections tend to be a challenge to students since the books choose authenticity over accessibility, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Usually it's an interview and the topics and responses are not contrived, like you might find in some general English books. The next section is the skills part, which focuses on some type of communicative business skill. In this case, it's how to introduce yourself and network. This section does a good job of working on sociolinguistic competence and provides quality language that can be used in the useful language section. Finally, each unit has a case study. The case studies are related to the topic and include a background section as well as tasks to be done, usually in groups. Most of the case studies end with a writing assignment. Although there's not a large writing emphasis in the middle of most units, they're really helpful by providing writing examples with explanation in the section in the back of the book. So whenever there's a writing assignment, it always is linked to an example in the back of the book. And this is where students can find a variety of business writing examples to help them complete that writing assignment. Each unit in Market Leader has a lot of content to go through. I find that depending on the level and engagement of a group, it can take between 3 and 5 classroom hours to get through a full unit of this book. For that reason, this is a book that can be used for more than one semester of a business English course. As a teacher, this book is really easy to use. There tends to be well scaffolded activities and lots of activities to prepare students to listen and read. My one criticism is that at the B1 level, it can be challenging to start a unit with a discussion. So in the starting up part, sometimes starting with speaking can be a little bit too much. I found that opening a new topic with a discussion works better at the B2 and C1 levels, or the upper intermediate or advanced levels of Market Leader. So for that reason, I do find myself supplementing some of the starting up or lead-in activities. Overall, Market Leader really is the market leader for business English textbooks. As a teacher, I've been really impressed with it at this level and also with the upper intermediate and advanced versions. If you have used Market Leader, please feel free to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. And if you have any suggestions for books to review, please leave those in the comments section as well. And I will see you in the next textbook review.